Let's talk about mistakes you should be avoiding in NIKKE if you don't want to end up like me, with no resources at all. Right now, I have 200 gems, I have 0 pools, I have a multi because they gave away one for free this morning, right? So make sure you get your mailbox and you claim your free multi. I have 1 golden millage ticket and 100 silver millage tickets. So I want to talk a little bit about management resources, about units I regret pulling for, and mistakes to avoid in general if you are a free-to-play or light spender, so you can always have enough tickets or enough gems or whatever, right? And the first thing is, you should not be pulling for all of the characters. I know as a light spender it might be tempting, and in my case I've been lucky so far, even though it's not luck, it's spending money, and I've gotten most of the characters, but Miracle Fairy N, which I didn't pull in Christmas because I didn't like it. So now I regret not pulling for her. But there's been plenty of characters that you don't need to pull for, right? For example, Nero, for example, Rosanna, for example, what else have we gotten recently? That's not be like super great, right? Any unit that's not limited or super meta, if they are not your waifu, you should not be pulling and never going for that MLB. A lot of people did MLB Rosanna for no reason, as free-to-plays, right? As free-to-plays. And it's like, yes, of course, he's your waifu, go for it if you want. First thing you have to do is care about you having fun while playing the game, right? But for people who want to optimize their accounts, pulling on those banners makes no sense. So after we understand that you don't have to pull on every banner, let's move into the next thing. When should you pull and when should you MLB? And this is going to be 2 parts. So for example, you can MLB when a unit is your waifu and you really love the background. For example, Summer Mary. Summer Mary sucks, kind of sucks, but her background is amazing, right? I think we all can agree that her background, it is pretty good, right? She's giving you a kiss every time you log into the game. 10 out of 10. As a unit, however, that's a lot of resources that you are wasting. If you don't get her with gems, a lot of tickets. I'm gonna put another example that I personally regret MLBing, and that's Summer Anis. Summer Anis is a really strong DPS. She's compared to the top DPSs in the game right now. Is getting a couple extra dupes better? Is gonna make you a top player? No. Is gonna get you, for example, be a top 1% player in solo raid? No, once again, just having 1 copy was more than enough, and in my case I used 400 tickets to get the last 2 copies, which meant I was out of tickets by the time the Nier collaboration was announced, and that fucked me over already. And then when Nier came, I got bad luck, as you've seen on my pull videos, and here we are now. So I will say, always, if you are like a unit, a limited unit, try to get 1 copy, right? Limiteds and pilgrims, 1 copy always, and then if you get lucky, you can get more. Or if you love her, go for MLB, but only go for MLB for the background. Don't go for MLB because, oh, this character is gonna be strong or it's not. No. Like Sky says, if you have to ask yourself the question of should I MLB, the answer is gonna be no. This also happened to me with Pilgrims, actually. The 2 Pilgrim banners we've gotten so far have been Dorothy and Modernia. So with Modernia, I got super unlucky. It was the first character that I had to ticket, and I ticket only 1 copy. I don't regret that because up to date she's still only she still has no dupes, so that's pretty good. I got my Modernia. With Dorothy, for example, I did the multi and I got 2 copies, and I stopped pulling. I didn't go for MLB, even though her background it's amazing. But I don't think I could justify, right, getting another 200, 400 tickets just for the background when it's a non-limited character. But then I got cocky after this, right? After the Pilgrims, I got cocky and the collaboration characters started coming out. The first ones were the Chainsaw Man collab. And I did MLB Makima for no reason. For those of you who don't know, I did singles for Makima and I got up to 1 star or 2 stars with singles, up to 1 star with singles, and then I ticketed 2 copies if I remember correctly, which was a really dumb decision. Power, for example, I got 1 copy and I was like, okay, we can stop here. She's nice, I like her, but I don't think I will use her. Makima, I have never used her background. I used the background, the lobby screen, while the event was active, and after it ended, I removed her and completely ignored her. So those are situations where I will always say, don't do it. Don't go for the MLB. Don't do that. Now, the other day I already talked about the shop and what you should be buying there, so I'm not gonna be talking too much about that. I do want to talk, however, about dupes and A2. We still have this conversation for some reason. Once again, if you watch Sky's video, he tells you the same thing. Don't go for dupes. She's strong. She's gonna be great. You can get dupes if you love her, but if you have to ask, do I need to get dupes? The answer is always going to be the same, right? No, don't go for it. Now, let's do a run so you guys can see how she's performing, I'm going to remove Laplace, not a really good example. And we're going to put Scarlet. I want to do this though, right? So we can do this better. Yep, let's do that. So she doesn't get targeted the first time. I also need to remove the burst, so we can manually burst with A2 the first time, and just, you know, she will keep Moldy forever, which is pretty good. Let's do this run. I don't think I will be explaining things in the boss. Did I explain things yesterday for this boss? I feel I didn't. Okay, just in case I didn't explain things yesterday for our best friend here, right? When the battle starts, he will do a big jump to the third unit, to the unit in the middle. You have to cover, and it's fine. If you are high level enough, you will be able to tank it. For the most part, you want to cover, right? So we cover, as you can see, he goes up, Chatterbox attacks, and there we go, which is nice. Now we burst, we go with her, and we can leave auto forever. The only times you need to manually be doing something, it's for the missiles, if you don't want your units to die. If your team is not strong enough, you probably want to be manually in a unit, so you can destroy the missiles, and for the red circles. Right now, my units are targeting the core, which is bad. This boss, this is everything he does. So he will jump to the unit in the middle, he will throw missiles, and then do 2 red circles. He will repeat this process, jumping to a random unit every single time after the first one. You can get unlucky. There's a lot of RNG involved in every special interception. He can jump 3 times to Scarlet and completely kill her. He can jump to a lot of things, right? So just make sure you are running a healer so you can keep your units healthy, and make sure you're running someone who can destroy the red circles. In this case, A2 is too slow for that. So once again, we cover. He went for blank, but the shield was up, so we don't have to really worry about it. Let's go back to our girl. A2, bro. Her shooting pose looks amazing. I really like it. Now we go back to Scarlet, so we can get those circles. First one and second one, and we go back. Mold beat's really nice. I'm really enjoying this. I think there's some other combinations that we need to test. Oh, look, let's cover. Okay, this is gonna end. This is gonna be the end, which is fine. The damage right now is 15 million and 15 million. This is what I told you to not break the core, because when you break the core, he will get enraged and he will just jump to you and kill everyone instantly. Even if you cover, as you can see, only 3 units survive. This is fine because this is just a test, but if you are trying to clear a special interception, manually aim to the missile launchers in the back. Leave the core only for the last bar. When you are in the last bar, it should be fine. So once again, 15 million with just 1 bar remaining. A2, when it comes to bosses, will catch up instantly to the top DPSs in the game, unless it's someone like Maxwell, it's someone like Alice with the Pierce, it's someone like also Laplace in my case. All of these units that can hit multiple parts and Pierce will be as good as A2. But she's a really good unit for new players. If you are wondering right now, where should I be putting as a new player, right? Should I go Sephi for A2 or for 2B? I will say get 1 2B first, because 2B is in general going to be long-term better, and it's just going to keep scaling as new units come out. But A2, we have already a lot of rocket launchers, even though in terms of rocket launchers, she is one of the strongest ones. But there's plenty of people doing the same thing she's doing, right? Which is either Pierce with the Alice Maxwell teams, or hitting multiple parts with Laplace or whoever you want to use. So in my opinion, I will get first 1 copy for a 2B, and then see if you can get 1 also for A2. Both the units for these collaborations are pretty good. I'm happy with this collaboration, bro. They are doing collaborations now properly. Summer Part 2 was amazing. This collaboration has been pretty good. I don't like the story, but we could talk about the story other day probably. So Summer Part 2 pretty nice, collaboration pretty nice. Summer Part 1 was weak. I'm gonna say that though. Summer Part 1 felt really bad. Summer Neon is trash compared to these units we are getting right now. Summer Neon is just so bad. Hopefully she gets a buff in the future. It will be nice to get a buff for her, but no. Well, that's it. Enough rambling. The point of this video, make sure you manage your resources properly, make sure you're not pulling on all of the banners, and you really go for those specific heroes, right? For the really good ones and your top waifus. By the way, I need to make a new video when it comes to top waifus, because we need to update our list of top waifus. That's it. Also make sure you use your wishlist. We did a video recently explaining what units you can put in here, so you can, get the other girls that you are not pulling for. That's it. That's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for coming like always, guys. Thank you for the support. We're close to 3K. Consider subscribing. Thanks to my patrons for making this content possible. Good luck with your pull the internet, and see you on the next one. 役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。
天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。